Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bert Schouwenberg. I'm the International Officer for the GMB Trade Union here in the UK.
What is the GMB Union?
The GMB is the third biggest union in the country. We represent workers in both the public and private sectors, and we have around 625,000 fully paid up members.
Could you please give some more information about the GMB Union?
Well, as I say, the GMB organises in the public and private sector. It's been around since the end of the 19th century. Interestingly enough, one of the first officials was Eleanor Marx, the daughter of Karl Marx. And since its beginnings in the East End of London, it's gone from strength to strength. It has merged with some other unions, which is why now we have the old Boilermakers, which is the B in GMB, which came from the shipyards. The M is for municipal workers, and the G is for general workers who haven't got a particular trade.
How and when did you hear about KERS and Ocalan?
I personally have known about the what we could call the Kurdish Question for some considerable time. But some of our activists became more aware and were asking us if we could do something to help, because the trade unions have been involved in lots of international campaigns down the years. So a couple of years ago now, we decided that we would start a campaign for the freedom of Ocalan, as we could see him as key to the solution of that Kurdish question.
Why did you decide to support Freedom for Ocalan campaign, if you want to give more information about this?
Because looking at it, we realised that, as I say, he's recognised as the leader of the Kurdish people in all the four countries where there are now large Kurdish populations in the Middle East. And we recognise that he could play a very important part, not just in settling the Kurdish question in Turkey, but also what are seemingly intractable problems in the wider Middle East.
What are you doing for campaign for now, and what are the plans for this year?
Well, the campaign's growing from strength to strength. We've got several national trade unions on board now. We plan to do fringe meetings at trade union conferences, including the TUC, possibly at the Labour Party conference as well. We're looking to organise possibly a music event at the end of the year. But the campaign is also going to be featured at the Durham Miners Gala in July, which is a very big annual Labour movement event, and also we are looking to have delegations to Kurdistan as well.
What is your message to the KERS regarding Ocalan?
Well, our message isn't just to the Kurdish people. Our message is to the Turkish people as well in this country, that we think it's in everybody's interest that Ocalan is freed and can then play a positive part in a future peace process. And we think for that reason that that's beneficial clearly to both the Kurdish and the Turkish population. So we'd urge the Kurdish population to keep organising, keep pushing, and we'll do our best to help them to get Ocalan freed, and we hope one day to bring peace to Turkey.
Just to add on, why do you think the European Human Rights Council are in silence about Ocalan's isolation? He can't see the lawyers, he can't see the family now. What would you like to say about this?
Well, sadly, I think the European Union generally has played a very negative role in this, and a very hypocritical role, because it's quite clear that there's what we call a Faustian pact with Erdogan on the part of the European Union. They say nothing about the atrocities he's committing in Turkey, and in return he stops refugees coming into the European Union. So we think it's a very cynical agreement, of which, of course, the United Kingdom is a part.
So we can clearly say that it's against human rights.
Oh, absolutely. There's a clear breach of Mr. Ocalan's human rights, having him locked away in solitary confinement for what is now nearly 20 years. And also there's clear breaches of human rights of not just Kurdish people in Turkey, but trade unionists, academics, and anybody who's considered to be against what Mr. Erdogan wants.
What is your message, or what is your call to the human rights campaigns about this?
Well, I think the human rights campaigns need to they need to step up the pressure on Turkey. In fact, all the human rights campaigns need to recognise that Mr. Öcalan is a political prisoner, and he should be granted his rights and freed. It's as simple as that.